Hello again, everyone. Mouth back again with some more Warcraft 3 content for the first time in a long time. And not just any Warcraft 3 map, but a custom scenario. One of my favorites made by Blizzard, or at least this version was made by Blizzard. The map has a history I'll get into later. Skibi's Castle Tower Defense. A totally different kind of game. As the name suggests, it is a tower defense, which is a genre that I usually hate. This is the only one I've ever actually enjoyed. It is not just a good tower defense, but it is a phenomenal game in and of itself. The skill ceiling for strategy and micro are both enormously high. Tons of replayability. You can play it solo or with teammates or with opponents. I played it with my wife, my brother, friends, people online, and the challenge level is incredible. I am the only person I know who can beat it with no leaks, and the only person I've even heard of who can beat it on hard mode. I'll do normal mode this time because it's a very different experience and it's worth seeing both of, but it's an incredibly skill-intensive game, and it's fun along the way even if you do eventually lose. One team guards the left side, one team guards the right side if you have teams on. And there's 4 game modes helping keep things fresh. Not just normal and hard mode, but also you can play with no minigames if you don't like having fun. Or you can play minigame mode and play with your friends there where there's tons of fun games to try out, or you can practice up that way. Let's do Classic this time. Now, there are 7 races with different strengths and weaknesses, special abilities, 20 different towers apiece basically. They're all very interesting. I'm going to go with Tempest this time. Arcane is really, really good, but they're too good. I'm going to take Tempest and no leak with them to show that they can be done. I can also do it with Royal, although it's quite tricky. Ranger pretty reliably, and Military pretty reliably too. I never won a Scarlet Knight or Specialist in normal mode. I think it's impossible. I've gotten away with 43 out of 45, but that wave I just can't kill even a single target on. And if you lose even 1 life at that point, you lose. Alright, so one thing that's cool about this game is you have to build your own maze. Rather than most tower defenses just have pre-placed spots you build your towers, this one you construct your own maze for the enemies to run through. Now, in this position that I need to go into as the solo player, I don't have that many amazing options, but I can do some fun things. What I'm going to do is walk over here to this corner spot, and I'm going to place by itself a baby dragon den there, and upgrade that into a melee tower that will do really well in that corner, called a Reaper spawn. Now over here I can get into the action and have my hero do spells like this that grabs an enemy and does damage to it over time. Later on in the game it'll not be able to kill enemies. Right now they're pretty weak, so it's not too difficult. It's quite interesting how each different hero you can choose for each different race has like 5 different abilities you get as you level up. And you can make choices about which ones you want to improve, which ones you don't want to improve yet. It adds even more strategy to the game and more teamwork too, because you can support your teammates even before your towers are involved in the fight by just teleporting around and using your abilities. One of the many, many things that adds more skill and more teamwork and strategy to the game. Something like Scarlet Knight that I mentioned I can't win solo with is a phenomenal teammate. It's one of the best ways to win in 2-player, I would say, to have a Scarlet Knight backing you up. Let me get a Bat Raider here, upgrading that guy. Most towers should not be upgraded in this game, but there are exceptions, which also keeps things interesting. Towers often have very different abilities when they level up. Now this minigame, there's a lot going on. I want to kill these rats, leave the lizards alone, not worth anywhere near as much. I also want to try to kill a lot of guys with Thunderclap. I can get about 3 of those per game. I can get about 2 taunts to pull enemies in for the Thunderclap. If you kill an enemy nearby, other guys get aggroed onto you. The attack power is so slow that it's usually best to just, I would say, run around and ignore their attacks. At least except in hard mode, where they can slaughter you there. So, obviously that's different. Having them attack you does help keep them in range, so you can get them with things like Thunderclap, obviously. That's a pretty good Thunderclap there at the end, yeah. Good gold outcome there.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, I can build a Slammer now, which is honestly a pretty bad tower. I'll put it thereabouts, I think. It does a heal ability, but also it's going to need to tech up and get it before unlocking something more important later on. I also need to get a Father Dragon to unlock the Siamese Dragon, which is a phenomenal quality tower. That might be the next step, or I might get a Shadow Force, which is a good addition to the team overall, I would say. Father Dragon's not as good. I could be attacking these bears with a special ability. Normally I would want to do that, but here I know I've been that mage at taking them out, so it should make a big difference. The best strategy is to grab the last guy in line with this ability, so that if you can't kill him, which later on you won't be able to, you can fight him solo with the maximum amount of time after the other wave has gone by. And it also gives you more time when you have ultimate abilities that take a long time to recharge, have those things recharge, of course. Some of your abilities later on in the game take a long time to recover, so it's best to buy yourself extra time that way if you can. And again, with teammates you can do even more of that, delay enemies even longer to get your abilities back if you work together well. Let's get that Father Dragon. Well, Baby Dragon rather than Father Dragon. This minigame is brutal with one person. It's not so bad with multiple, because you can target only one person at a time with these flame strikes, basically. But with one person, there's no escape. You can just kind of try to delay the inevitable, grab some coins along the way before you die. Yeah. I can do a bit better in that one, but not a whole lot better.
Job's done.
Some minigames are easier with one person, some are harder with one person. Some are harder if there's an enemy team, some are easier. It's quite an interesting game that way. One great thing about this game is that almost no wave in this game is just a generic wave. Almost all of them have some special ability, like being immune to poison and things like that. Or weak to moves like Machine Buster. There'll be flying waves. Now, many tower defenses have flying waves, but this game has an incredible variety of special ability waves which help keep things fresh and very different. And some races have trouble with certain waves. You have some towers to compensate for the dangers of certain waves. Like, I have a healing tower now with my Slammer, right? Which isn't good against these guys that I'm currently fighting. But later on, there are attacking waves. Now, if I block these guys completely, by the way, they will attack me as it is, and they'll tear through these towers in seconds, which you don't want. That'll initially cost you the game. But later on, there'll be waves that actually just do ordinarily attack you. This is going to be a tricky one. Looks like I'll be ready to grab anybody who leaks through. Maybe build myself one more lasher just for safety's sake. Looks like I can cancel. Okay, I'll cancel it and get my full money back. If you cancel it after building it by selling it, you lose some money, but canceling it after you just built it like that is fine. Father Dragon, here we come. This is a tricky one. So when you attack this tree, you get a little bit of money, and also these little wood items spawn on one of these two spots. You can then run and grab and sell them if you have good micro. There we go. You want to use your special ability like that to speed yourself up. Don't attack or you'll break the ability. Keep that speed up, grab these things, then come over there, and that's the most efficient way to do things. Now I can attack them, get them recharged. Good micro and knowing how the game works is quite important in some of these minigames. I get one in the south. No, there we go, okay, yeah. Grabbing that, there's 3 in each. Come back. You can shift flick sell if you're fast enough. I am not going fast enough here. Alright, let's grab more and get back over here. Sell. 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 Just in time. Okay, that was a close one.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, Siamese Dragon is a fantastic one with a splashing cold attack. I want to get that next. I don't have quite enough money. But one good thing is that a lot of my towers are good against air units. That's kind of my race's special perk. And this is an air wave. In fact, I think I will not attack them with a special ability, so I get bonus gold if I kill them with my towers, but not my hero. So we'll do things that way. Obviously, flying waves go right over your base, which is a big problem for some races, but not for me. Fast waves are a problem for races that have a few number of towers, like Royal tends to have a very small number of elite towers, so they have a hard time with fast guys that just run past them sometimes. For example. There's teleported waves, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. It's interesting. Alright. Can I build a mid-wave Siamese Dragon? I'm not too worried about them getting close like that. You get more and more efficient attacks the further back they are, basically, or the closer to you they are, so often they'll kind of press closer until they get right on top of your towers, and then they'll hit a wall, as it were. Let's get out a shadow, the next tower that I want. This one's kind of tricky. You want to use your special abilities to enhance your attack at the right time. And you also need to know there's a 10-second cooldown on Flame Boulder. You want to aim your first Flame Boulder around like the 12 or 22-second mark, I would say. Somewhere like now. Try to hit like that, and kill that new wave when it spawns. That's perfect time. Get the next one around 11 seconds, then the last one around like 1 second, roughly. And that's about the best time you can get, at least in this mode, I believe. Gotta be close. And I aimed toward that... no. Should have aimed it a couple seconds earlier, I guess. Worked out decently well, though.
Job's done.
I'll take my next ability here. I can level up Sky Devil War, we'll take Machine Buster so I can get that fully charged up, and then the first big mechanical wave comes. It instant kills machines gives you bonus gold, too. Now, gold is hard to come by in this game. There aren't many sources of it. Every guy you kill drops the same amount of it. Here is a boss. Now, bosses, this one speeds up his allies. Most bosses kind of are that speeds up allies, and this is something else, too. Most later ones have a special perk, too. This one's pretty simple, just to introduce you to the concept, I guess. You could try to grab him and slow him down, but it's not at all worth it, because it only lasts a few seconds on him. If you have teammates, you can gang up on a boss and slow him down substantially, but that rarely works. some towers are good against bosses. Like this guy has boss assassin, so I'll try to, I'll micro him onto a boss as soon as I can. Okay, hit it. There we go. That's the damage. Alright. Next up, I would like to get a poison shrine, but I shouldn't get greedy if it would take too long to save for it. Let's see. Might be able to get it one minigame if you get a lucky minigame. Let's see what I get. Okay, this is a medium one. You can spend gold to buy items here. It's a decent investment. Although, against an enemy team, it might be best not to do that because you'll just kind of both spend money for no purpose, ultimately. Now, a couple things that go on here. If I kill these abominations, my team can break through and destroy their base and we get a lot of money that way. If I get killed along the way, of course, that's no good. I'll just lose. This is bad. My buddy back there is going to kill those guys. I get no money. If he kills them, I'm only good if I kill him. So I'm going to run over there and steal his kills. And then hopefully he'll come back over here and hopefully I can get some of the kills later on. If we had enemy teammates, they'd be replacing these abominations with their own heroes. Likewise, I wouldn't have these knights. I would have my own teammates here. Alright, I'm going to run over there and stop stealing my kills, and I'll try to actually get some of these things out from under him. And I'll hit that, when I kill it at the last second ideally, and not before, so I get the maximum amount of money. We don't have many guys attacking it, so we'll need to help out, I think. Normally we have a whole army over here, but currently our team is bogged down fighting their abominations, so we gotta be careful. We're gonna kill it, but it's gonna be close. Which is the way it should be. That means we did a good job. 58 gold is enough to get that poison shrine out. Excellent.
Job's done.
It's not easy to talk through this and micro at the same time, but here is an interesting one. As the name indicates, when they die, they heal other allies that are nearby and also speed up. Lots of special abilities you wouldn't necessarily think of in ordinary tower defenses here. Keeps things fresh. If I kill him like this, you see he speeds up his buddy nearby. By a little bit. Alright. I'll get back over here and wait. I'll just grab anybody who leaks through, but there shouldn't be anybody. I've got some good towers now, do a good job on minigames, so I've got a lot of money. Well, I have a lot of good towers that did well, and minigames got a decent amount of money anyway. That splash low attack off of Siamese Dragon is fantastic. They're even reaching the Reaper spawn for him to be able to move down. Okay. What minigame do we have this time? This one. This one's definitely easier with one person. Otherwise, the spiders that are about to come out get split up a lot, and it can be quite hard to deal with. I agree with that one. Okay, I need to stop trying to get fancy here. Just run through the gaps in their lines.
Fast as I can. Just do it. I'll get there on time. Make for the trees. Let's run as fast as I can.
Take one attack there. You can take one or two attacks, usually it's not a big deal.
Let's run.
You want to avoid getting hit by a whole cluster of them, of course.
Make for the trees.
Can I make it through? Yes. Not quite. I'm going to make it to the end, I think, with Divine Shield.
Make for the trees.
Close. No. Be off like 1 second. That's okay. You don't get any gold in the last second anyway, so I got the maximum amount there, I think. Maybe we could have gotten 2 more. Okay. Even with the best you can do in that one, you don't get that much money. Some minigames are just kind of pretty limited. But later on, after Wave 10, all the minigames change. They change again to minigame 22. You get new abilities and they get harder and so forth and more rewarding. And they're also totally different on hard mode, too. So there is so much content in this game. There's so many minigames that have like 5 varieties apiece or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so this is when we have twice as many guys. Not a big deal for me. That probably just means extra money, I would say. So I'm good with that. But some people have a hard time with this wave because there's so many guys. If you start leaking, you will tend to be in big trouble. Speaking of leaking, basically you have 30 lives. If a person gets to this castle, you lose 1 life. If you run out of lives, you lose the game. I'm going to try to do this with no leaks, and not only no leaks, but the maximum number of bonus lives if I can get it. Which is really quite difficult to do, but I think I can do it. At the end of the game, you get all your lives are set down to 1 no matter what. So the last few waves you leak even 1, you lose, which is what happens at Scarlet Knights, usually wave 43. Yeah, this wave is a piece of cake, I would say, for this current setup. Figuring out a good strategy and knowing what towers are good for each race, in what position and what circumstance is half the fun and challenge of the game. I have a different build order for like, all the races I can win with. Figured out with some careful thought and consideration over the years. Alright, got a Teenage Rock here. It's a melee tower. This is a weird one. You shoot these dragons, coins spawn, but also fireballs spawn and then come after you. So you want to kind of do a balance. You don't get overwhelmed by fireballs, but you also don't waste your time just killing fireballs that don't give you much money compared to the dragons. You're mainly limited by your attack speed, of course. The dragon over here gives you more money, but you don't want to run off course to get to him, and some dragons spawn more powerful revenge fireballs too. You gotta watch out for that. At the end of the game, you probably want to just like spawn as many guys as you can get, just so you can grab the coins. But it's a weird game. In team play, you can often kind of have people rotate in and off the front lines. You know, someone tanks the dragon, someone takes the fireballs, someone gets the coins, but solo you gotta just do what you can do.
Job's done.
Alright. Teenage Rock is not that good, it's a melee tower, it'll do okay. Its damage is good, it's fast compared to Reaper spawn over here. Is it still recording? It just lagged up for a second there. It looks like it is. I hope it is. I'm going to save in case it stopped recording here. Okay, I tried recording on and off. Hopefully it is now working. Gonna get ready and upgrade this as soon as I have the money for it. Now we take this wave and kind. Now this wave, Possessed Heroi. There's a little bit of lore to the game, not much, but I think that one of the races, probably Royal, you get this thing called Heroi Golem, so probably that's like a thing that can be possessed or something. Not much else to them. Most of the enemies are kind of generic guys that you fight 9 different waves of. As you can see, this goes to burn damage over time to your towers, which is quite painful. Get that Havoc Wing upgrade. It takes a while, but it's really worth it. It does line damage, which is tremendously powerful, as you can see here, when they're clustered up in a line like that. Fantastic stuff. Okay.
You made the right choice. It's on.
Here, the best tactic is just kind of be near the middle, basically, and if you ever see two of the dangerous turtles next to each other, and one gets low HP attack, the other one is dead. Let your splash damage kill the other one, it's a little bit more efficient. When you see a splash target, go for it, but that tends to be basically random luck. The important thing is, don't shoot very far away if you can avoid it. You tend to miss long shots, so it's just better to go for close shots that you can do full damage on. But there's a lot of randomness to how well you do in this minigame, I would say. Okay, take my kind of mini ultimate here, which is quite good, but I want to level up Machine Buster and max that out before the bonus weapons. They are machines, and it's almost impossible to delete them.
I'll do what it takes.
I am almost the person that knows who's ever actually done that. We'll see if I can this time. An air wave here, so I will not use Sky Devil. Me, when my towers kill them, they get bonus gold this race. If I kill them directly, I don't think I get the bonus. I could probably afford another Teenage Rock, and this helped melee the last 3 to come through. Eventually, as you see, I can get more races, but not available right now. Very nice. That Havoc Wing is tremendously good. When the enemies line up like this, it just does incredible damage. It's one of the best towers in the game. Let's see if I can get another one with enough gold in this video game. Yeah, it's going to be a lucrative one. This one, the best tactic is if you have a teammate, divide the map up in half. Another little thing that helps a bit is shift-click to grab the coins. That makes you pause less after grabbing each one, which lets you grab them much more efficiently. You're ready to change course, of course, if the coins spawn in and make your previous thing not the best deal, but usually it's best to stick to a reasonable course that grabs a lot of coins. Don't get too distracted by, big ones that show up later on. You really want to grab a lot of medium-sized coins over a few big ones, generally speaking. If you have a cluster of big ones, obviously go with that, but don't get distracted by the shinies too much. Here's a cluster with some big coins. I think I want to get that. Yeah, definitely. Can I grab that one before it ends? Yes. Not fantastic getting 140. You usually get like 150 or so, if you're really good, but still not bad.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, this is a really tough boss wave. This one, the problem is he turns invincible, with no countermeasure to it once he does that. If he does that when he's like late in your maze, he leaks. You can't stop him. There's no possible thing you can do anymore. This doesn't work because it doesn't last very long on bosses. But I found a trick. I think I'm the first person to figure out a way to make this guy not leak. It involves a bit of micro. So I'm going to grab up a couple of these towers here. And just be ready when he shows up. The thing is, he uses invincibility when he gets attacked below a certain threshold of HP. Attack, that is, not spells. So you can trigger it if you target him early, basically. If you use it prematurely, then you have a chance to finish him off later on. So I'm going to start targeting him now. We'll activate it soon. There we go. Target the next one, get him activated. And then grab this first one when he gets over to there. There we go, we got him. Without that micro, it's hopeless.
Job done.
Ah, this is a fun one. Pretty good at this one. Red light, green light.
All too easy.
You press I to hide because all the hotkeys in this game are insane. Because Warcraft 3 was made that way for some reason. They didn't think of good hotkeys until like some smart map developer like decades later. I was one of the first ones to do that myself before it really caught on. But let's see.
Fair
I think
enough.
I'm gonna wait here. That ghost burns you when it goes by, so just be patient. No sense in charging in and getting damage when you get a flawless victory to get full gold here. 105 gold for random minigame is pretty good. These fireballs, of course, burn you. No surprise there, I think.
Same.
I know what their pattern is, so I can dodge them.
All
Up here, the Tarn Chieftain warns you about what his attack pattern is going to do with his shockwaves. Do not run close to him. If you run close to him, you're in the radius for multiple shockwaves. You do not want that. Avoid the water elementals. Wherever a water elemental has been, there will be an ice blast. Elementals themselves are harmless. Oh no, can I get away? Yes, just barely. If one spawns atop you, sometimes you're just in trouble and can't get away. But elementals are harmless, but they predict where the ice blasts are. That's what kills you. That's the thing most people don't know about that minigame. Okay, I could take my mini ultimate, but again, I'm going to go for Machine Buster instead. Get that thing maxed out, get the cooldown down to a tiny time, get maximum amount of gold I can get from the bonus wave. If you have like a teammate building up here into the beginning, you know, they're slow, you get a lot of good damage to these guys before they speed up more, but that's probably not good for the long term, because if you have a teammate that's alone over here, when the attacking waves come, later on in the game, they will just get wiped out. At that point, your team just loses as a whole, because you won't have them doing good damage to the next guys that are coming, you just lost value for nothing, and you just lose the game. So don't do that. Always build with your teammates if you're in a team game. Either all crowd them together here, or maybe split it up like half and half, and that's okay. You have an even number of guys. Ah, this one's very lucrative, but very difficult. Now, there's these rock spamming tower things. They're called rock spammers up there. The thing with them is, one of them, they'll target different ways. One of them will target where you just were, basically. And so if you double back on your trail, you get annihilated. Do not do that. Like in the Greed is Good one, you want to go fast and shift click. I'm going to activate Divine Shield now. I'm getting so injured. I can maybe get another sprint off, though. And then, hopefully grab more points. It's rare to survive all the way to the end, but you get a lot of money, so good when it happens. Oof, I'm going to kill with a splash. Yeah, okay. Not bad, though. 139 gold is very good for a random minigame.
Job done.
I think I was the first one to figure out, as far as I know, about how that one rock spammer targets you and therefore hit wherever you were, and therefore you don't double back. People get killed with that all the time. You still get kind of randomly killed by other ones, usually. This wave is usually not that big a deal, but some of the later Oversoul ones can be really tough for certain races. Scarlet Knight can struggle with them, for example. Scarlet Knight is really good against dealing with like a whole bunch of targets at once. Theoretically, you think that Havoc Wings would be, but the thing about Havoc Wings is they do spell damage, which means they negate enemies' armor value, which is tremendously useful against tough enemies later on in the game. That's one reason the thing is so good. Not only is it splash damage, it's armor ignoring splash damage. What more could you want? Okay. Ah, this one is quite tricky. When you're down to like just one person, it can be impossible, depending on how it goes. Killing the minis here is not so bad, but then big guy comes out and he's enough hit points that you really can't usually kill him with just one person. Okay, occasionally the AI will glitch up and then you got a chance. Standing behind this thing gives you cover that increases your chances. Oh wow, I've never seen that glitch this bad before. Alright, stun him, and the stun did not work. I hit the hotkey and did not cast, so I died anyway. Okay. Without that kind of glitchiness, you will lose no matter what. Basically, you can't kill him in time, you run out of abilities and it just gets you. That's annoying though. I had a chance to do it, I hit the right button and it's just not activated. Ah.
Waiting on you.
Alright, this is the last normal wave before the bonus wave comes in. I'd really love to get to a 5th Havoc Wing if I can. I don't think it's going to happen. That last minigame has been awful. So it'll be tough to beat the bonus wave, but it might still be doable with no leaks. You see their attack is upgraded even further. Like, they would kill even these expensive towers in like 3 or 4 hits, basically. So do not ever block the enemy. They will just tear through your expensive towers in seconds. Got to build a nice, efficient maze like this, so they can waste a lot of time running back and forth. Alright, I can do it. 5th Havoc Wave. Ah, this is a fun one. So here I want to get that ward so I can see what I'm fighting, and then grab onto that with that ability probably. And then the important thing is just fire off shockwaves where they hit multiple targets. Your shockwave has a very short cooldown and it's tremendously efficient, so do that as much as you can. Try not to waste on singles too often, and occasionally it's worth it, but like, you want to hit lots and lots of guys if you can. Get another ghost ward over here, it looks like. Ah, there's one of the vampire guys, I'll grab him. Easy kill. There we go. 8 seconds left, it's a great time.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, well. Don't have enough to build another tower, I'm going to teleport over here and prepare to do Machine Buster as soon as one guy comes through that Riddick's Evil Dark portal. I'll grab one of them, just do my best with my spells to slow them down. When they turn into these crab guys, which actually move faster than the flying boxes, oddly enough. So it's good to kill the lead one and have it turn into a crab that then will move ahead and get killed on its own. That is the ideal tactic. Grab a random one toward the back, doesn't matter much. Machine Buster is the real killer here, of course. I think now I might Machine Buster, let's go with this one. Now I'm going to grab up my Havoc Wings and prepare to micro them if I need to. Get their control group now. Try to build my next Teenage Rock over here where I can help out, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I'll just build it over here on the main path. Yeah, I'm doing great though. I did very well in the minigames up to this point, so no leak on the bonus wave. Pretty spectacular. You get a lot of money off of that, as you can see. This one's pretty tricky sometimes. So if you attack these guys, they go back and catch on fire again, which means that they're back into action sooner than if they were on a trajectory that wouldn't hit you, so that's actually kind of dangerous. I guess it can mean that. If you hit them on the opposite side of the screen from where they started, then it's more efficient overall. You also have this flood ability you can do to get a bit of money, but you want to probably save that most of the time. It's usually best to auto-target, but if you see that you're not auto-targeting some guys but on top of you, then you need to be ready for that, obviously. You don't want to auto-target or manual target and run out in the open, that's deadly, so avoid that. This corner is the best defense that there is. I've got a Divine Shield, and I'm good. I did a good job on that one. Alright, now I'll take Cyclonius. This is a great ability. I just wanted to prioritize Machine Busters to the bonus wave. Oh, not one. There. Yeah, see, upgrading towers is not always better. Like, upgrading this one, you do a lot of damage, yeah, but, like, you lose your area effect splash, and that's horrible. There's often trade-offs with upgrades, rather than just being strictly better as you might expect, which I like, although it can be very confusing as a new player, certainly. Alright, this boss has AoE damage around him, occasionally when you have a tower nearby. It's not a big deal, now that I have so many towers that it's overwhelmed when they get too close to me, so that's gonna be fine. This race I'm playing does have like the worst heals in the game. All I have right now is a slammer that has a single target heal with a long cooldown, so it is not sufficient. You gotta have a teammate back you up or something to heal well enough. But with this many Havoc Wings fueled by that bonus wave and doing well in the minigames, I can handle it. They won't get close to me for very long before they die. I don't know why they're called Bulgarian. Some weird names in this game, for sure. There's a very whimsical sense of humor, which I appreciate, too. Okay, I'm gonna get a hammer here so I can kill the enemies faster. Fan of knives so I can kill the back ones, that are where all the money is. Let's launch a fan of knives over here with the mini guy. Oh, I missed that one. Whatever. Get that one. Killing the big guys gives money for your whole team, but killing the little guys gives you money, and if my ally heroes kill them, I get nothing, so it's best for me to get them, for sure. If you don't have a hammer, you won't get through the enemy ranks fast. I'm gonna kill my own ally. Just gotta get into the action and do some damage. Alright, this is a good Fan of Knives opportunity, so Fan of Knives, get a lot of money there. I'm blocked a lot by my allies. Jeez, I've never been blocked this badly before. Whatever, I better make a run for their base if we have to kill it in time. This is bad. Alright. You usually want to kill this at the last second anyway, so you get the most number of enemies to spawn, so you get the most amount of gold. But here, I just gotta keep going for it, I think. That was a terrible way that kept getting blocked. I couldn't cut through my lines fast enough. It'll be close, but I think we've got it. Yeah. Alright, I salvaged that pretty well. It's a fun trade-off. Do you spend gold to do well in that minigame, or do you save your money and let the enemy team spend their money for nothing, basically? If you overinvest, you lose money overall. If you underinvest, you get just wiped, the opponent team gets more money. So, it's interesting. So another air effect damage one. If you were hurt by that boss, this is a real problem. You know, most damaging waves till the end game, they won't kill you on their own, but they'll soften you up a lot for the next wave. If you don't have a good enough heal, you will die to the next damaging wave, basically. But I do enough damage to them that they don't get close to me, so I don't take that much damage from them. I will, however, need to get better healing before the end game, so I'll get a support race to do that for me. Alright. Very smooth.
Of course.
This one's tough. With one person. It's much easier with a group to back you up so you
right away.
fight efficiently. Oh, that didn't work as well as I thought it would. Kill that guy because he won't die when he attacks, unlike them. So, let a few of them through, that's okay. You want to just avoid having a group of them get through all at once. You do splash damage, bear that in mind, so try to have your gunshot be against multiple targets at once if possible. And try to spam out your abilities as much as possible too. That's also key. Ah, I couldn't get that one. Okay. When you can't get them, don't go for ones who are already close to the base, just finish up whatever you can that's not there. As long as you don't lose by the end, you did pretty well on that one.
Job's done.
Alright, I'll get another Havoc Wing soon. Alright, here we go. Food stocks increased to 1. That's great. I can now get Scarlet Knights, who will fail as a primary race, but are fantastic support.
What is your vision?
I'm a Rutgers man myself, so I'm partial to the Scarlet Knights, but they're really, really good. They're great against attacking waves in several respects. I think we're going to take this to help with that. And I'll take this Stomp too, which is also a great help. And they also have very, very tough, cheap towers. If I build one of these things, let's see. 1, 2. And build one up here too. I can upgrade them and they'll have way more hit points than my upgraded Bat Raider will have. And they're just a much better defensive tower overall. Upgrade to Corruption, and it gets to a huge amount of HP. Yeah, so when an attacking move comes by, this is the most cost-effective defense there is. And also important, I can now get some excellent towers called Sapphire Ward in this upgrade, which are phenomenal support for any teammate. Everyone should have one of them. Oh, that's interesting. Right after the game for the cat fan to spawn. And I've cordoned him, so that's great. You want to catch him in the corner where you just massacre him. Otherwise, he's not really worth chasing down. Fish spawn from bubbles, so if you're in multiplayer, you can often efficiently just kind of camp bubbles and just have them spawn in. But the trouble is that a limited number of fish will tend to spawn, depending on how late in the game you are. And so, if you don't have teammates killing them elsewhere, you often kind of just get the situation when nothing spawns near you and you waste your time sitting in the bubble patch for nothing. Speaking of wasting time, you usually want to avoid chasing down single fish and go for the clusters against the walls, if you're not going for a bubble patch. Yeah, pretty good for that one. Okay, start the night. Let's get some sapphire wards, 2 of them. And then we're going to upgrade one, but only one. Each of them has a wonderful slow aura, which stack with one another, but not if you have 2 copies of the same thing. So you want one purity ward, one sapphire ward. No matter who you are, you want one of those, basically. They're great. That'll build teenage rocks in the other spots, where they won't be taking the hits.
Our time is
They're less good at defense compared to corruptions, so I think that's probably the best thing to do here.
What is your wish?
Good to have the slow aura, I think, here where the enemies are all coming in range of all my Havoc Wings, and we're kind of in the middle of the maze where it affects pretty much everybody going through it. Coming into it and then walking through. Alright. Okay. What to stay in the middle for this one? Above all, wherever you are, stay in the middle of your square. These blizzards are circular, so if you're near the edge of a square, you actually get hit by neighboring blizzards. Watch out for that. The middle gives you more money, you get targeted a little bit more often, but you want to stay in it as long as you can, which is kind of random. Once in a while, it never even gets targeted, but that's a rarity for sure. Now, getting hit there, I'm going to run back to the middle in that case. Healed up. I bet Divine Shield to back me up for the last few seconds. Oh, I'm going to just Divine Shield this thing and see if I can wait it out. Yeah, that's a pretty good outcome. I was in the middle almost the entire time, so almost maximum money. This is an excellent ability later on in the game. It's based on the Lich's Death and Decay ability from the base game, which is percent damage, percent of maximum HP damage that is over time, which is wonderful if enemies are stuck in the area, which they will be if you stomp on them with this excellent ground stuff. So, great synergy there. An air wave here, that's more bonus gold for me. I think I'll be able to complete my front row shortly, and then I can think about what to do with these lashers. I might actually sell them at a bit of a loss just to get more firepower into the front line. I don't really need a huge maze anymore, I just need quality, and to have valuable real estate saved up for more important towers at the end. I could build out in the front instead, which might be worth it. We'll see if I get to that stage where I need to do that. It's going very well.
How may I serve?
Alright. Should be more valuable coins this time around. The minigames you ratchet up as you go through. More rewards, more risks, more special abilities. It's great. There's so many versions of each minigame. Not only are there like 3 versions on normal mode of each minigame, there's also like 3 versions on hard mode of each minigame. There's just so much replayability in this game. It's amazing. So much to learn, so many new skills to pick up. Like, as I said, the skill ceiling for this game is incredibly high. I have not mastered everything yet myself, although I think I'm one of the best players I've ever seen for it. $156, pretty good. Okay. So, we get ourselves a Teenage Rock. A Teenage Rock, I'm trying this one to a Havoc Wing, I'm trying to one so I can afford it.
Speed. Job's done.
Yeah, this boss is pretty tough. These are some sturdy enemies, but I ignore their armor, so that's good for me. Slowing my Havoc Wing attack is painful because they aren't a fast attacking tower to begin with, but it'll be okay. I have enough of them that just overwhelm them anyway at this point. Like many tower defenses, you tend to snowball. If you're doing well, you do even more well when you get more and more gold. If you're doing badly, you tend to just eventually die because you don't have enough gold to build more towers. There aren't really very many catch-up mechanics in tower defenses. Minigames in this one are one of the few ways you could catch yourself up after a bad start, maybe do really well in the minigames. So I like that. I appreciate that compared to most tower defenses. Let us stomp on water here. Great. Ah, I like this one. Alright.
Say no more.
Worth more money now, but the obstacle course is much harder than it used to be. So you gotta watch out for that. And the fireball pattern and things like that have changed too, so if you learned it once, you gotta relearn it actually.
Done. All too easy.
I'm gonna wait here, with a sense of rushing. I've got 50 seconds, which is usually enough time. Oh jeez. The timing here is not working well.
All too easy.
I'm out of ghost range? Just barely. Okay, that was close. Alright. Well, this one is pretty tough now. The pattern has changed in that move in the square formation. So I gotta watch out, and then follow them as they go back this way. That's the way to do it.
Done. All
Hug that wall so you're not near their area of effect fire damage. And I got through this guy pretty fast. There's not much time left to spare.
say
Let me through these. I'm gonna keep on running if you don't mind. Ice blast there, keep on running. Oh no, it's right on top of me, I can't avoid it. Okay, there was no way to get a flawless given that. But, oh well. When one of the spawns ahead of you, you're basically just out of luck. If you turn around super fast, you might make it, but probably not. And I was low on time anyway. Alright, I think I will sell this tower, actually, and get out a protection ward. As the name suggests, it gives armor increase to all your allies. Quite valuable. I can sell this one for another one and upgrade one of them, and they have two different auras that then stack with one another. Kind of like the slowing auras on Sapphire Rewards. I want to make sure that if I build out beyond here that it's still in area of effect range, and I think it would be. In range of those auras, that is. These are also the best healing tower in the game. It costs a lot of mana, but they heal every tower, not just for you, but for your entire team globally. As I said, Scarlet Knights are the best support. They just can't quite hack it on their own. Oh, I love this minigame. Okay, let's see how many crates I can blow up this time. Always keep on moving, keep on bombing. Lots of money to be had. Keep on bombing. Drop a bomb there and there. Bomb there. There's some spiders under that will come out. I'll drop a bomb here and try to lure them onto that. Then I'll drop another bomb through those guys. Oh man, blew myself up a little bit too badly there. Can I kill that guy? Nope, better bomb him. Oh, that went poorly. Very poorly. Yeah, the enemies that come out in that difficulty mode are much harder. So I screwed that one up, but still got a good amount of money just by knowing where to bomb efficiently. Oh well. Let's get another crack at it before we get into this.
Are there enemies above? What is your wish?
I forgot how strong the scorpions were. Okay. So here's a fun trick, actually. I'm going to start upgrading this. Notice I have 75 max mana right now, right? Start upgrading. Cancel the upgrade. I see it at better max mana. Just kind of a minor little exploit there. I'll upgrade one of them for real, but you get yourself a tiny bit of free mana that way. It is still worth upgrading them in general because you get a lot more magic regeneration that way, which gives them a lot more heals, which is their main job, so it's well worth it. I can get another builder. Now, none of them are anywhere near as important as Scarlet Knights is. Specialist is okay. They've got some support abilities I might want to use, so maybe I'll take them. I won't build in their towers, but I'll take their Sunshine heal over time. And stunning enemies is pretty good, so I'll take that. Ah, here we go. Into the middle.
Come on, Shorty.
On our way.
As I said, now this guy's injured. I'll try to kill him off next. Hit the guys next to me, please. That's the most efficient whenever possible. You want to avoid direct hitting people who are almost dead. That's inefficient, of course. But you have limited control of where the enemies go, so, yeah. Not bad for that one. Not bad.
Has sleep.
Alright, I was going to take another level of... Is it still for longer? No, okay, I shouldn't have wasted 2 levels on it rather than that. 1 level of Grease Cog is all there is. What a bad ability. Here's our first attack wave. Just in time, I am ready for it. I've got Scarlet Knight ready. I've got Shadow Dragon over here ready with Cyclonius. I've got that Frost Star, I've got tough towers in the fridges, and I've got good healing towers. We will murder
Are there
them.
enemies above?
Let's get some additional Teenage Rocks turned into Havoc Wings back there.
Job done. Job done.
Attacking waves have a lot less attack than the ones that are not meant to be attacking waves, but they still hurt if you don't have a tough tower and don't have a way to slow them like I'm doing here. I could use more abilities here. I really have it handled, so I'm not using everything all out. And I'm going to make these guys be group 0 so I can control them. And throw out a heal. Alright. This time I've got Rejuvenation, which is a great heal. Always use that over healing when you can. Use when you're at low HP because you can actually out-heal the damage most of the time. Let's see how long it can last the center before I've got to react. I'm going to just tank it. No, it stopped anyway. Okay. But I'm going to tank as long as Rejuvenation lasts. Whatever. I don't care about your snow. Okay, they are really bombarding the heck out of that one, so I had to back out eventually. Looks like it's clear now. I'm going to go in there. I've got one heal left. Oh, okay. Going to run over there. Well, couldn't stay in the middle for the most time, but I lasted a long, long time. Did pretty well, I think. That was close to the best possible outcome. Sell that so we can have it. You don't want to have your strong towers in the back and weak ones in the middle, or what happens is when an attacking wave comes in, you don't really have any fire support and actually can chew up your front lines, so make sure to build good towers. So, here comes our next bonus wave. Let's get to it. Let's have you... You don't have anything good. Let's have you teleport over here and throw out a slow on somebody who's near the back. And throw out a stun on somebody who's nearer to the back. Whatever. Just spam those spells out and do the best that we can.
Threatens these
What's the hotkey for slow? Is it W? Yeah.
for Kalimdor. What is
I'm going to teleport over here. But I have such a strong base at this point that I'm pretty sure I can beat them all. Beating both bonus waves like that, no casualties, is really rare, really difficult, but I know what I'm doing here, and I've got a very, very strong setup. Yeah, slow the guys down, so whatever. Sell those things, whatever, it's going to be fine. Then we're going to get out Teenage Rocks and upgrade them. Lots of money now for that bonus wave.
as you wish?
This is going to be really, really tough. It is not easy to beat with just one person here.
I am your sword, of course.
Got to deal with that guy first, and then the Doom Lizard is the real threat. I mean, it'll instant kill your castle, basically. So you want to deal with that, obviously, when it comes out. It is my principal target. So I'm going to stun it with that. I'm going to stomp it. I'm going to blast it. I'm going to blast it with that. I'm going to attack it all out. The castle might die. I can't do much about that. There's just no way to deal with everything at this point with only one teammate. But I killed the Doom Lizard, so I got the +1 life. That was well done. Yeah. About the best you can do with one person.
Job's done. Job's done.
Alright, 3 more happen. Oh, did I forget to upgrade that one before? So it'd be.
Upgrade complete.
We're getting really strong at this stage. Another mechanical. I could teleport up and blow him up if I want to. Get more money. So it says that. Did I actually get more money? I'll check. Next time I get one. So we have possessed Heroi Golems, now we've got stolen ones. And Royal, I think I mentioned, can build Heroi Golems, so some kind of thing in lore, I guess. Yeah, you could. It's not displayed, we do get double bounty, so great. I'll do as much as I can. Let me actually have people come over here so I can slow more down so I can get more double bounties. Optimize it a bit. Maybe I'll come over here and stomp a few. Maybe Cyclonius, grab a few more like that, maybe. Let's try. See if I can stun that one. Yeah, okay. Got a decent number, at least.
How may I say?
Oh, this is a fun one. On hard mode, the bears come out and attack you. Here in normal mode, they just nap, but it's a lot of fun. You have a shockwave ability. You got to line up properly to catch all these bunnies that are running around. You have a basic attack that can capture one bunny at a time, but you really want a ton. Incidentally, I recently learned the word bunny originally meant something more like a squirrel, and then kind of came to mean rabbits over time.
Alright.
Bit of etymology there.
Off I go then.
I want to get lined up, I think, with the tent they're all coming out of. It's usually the best place to get good shots. The range is not quite map-wide for casting, although I think it is just about map-wide for
Alright.
how far it goes.
Yes, me lord. Off I go then.
Ah, there's a whole bunch down there. That's great.
That's
Okay.
it. I'm
Keep
dead.
an eye on the map. Keep an eye on where the bunnies are clustering.
No one
Get them
else
all if you can.
available. Yes, me lord. Off I go then.
Pretty good.
That's it.
Can I get one
I'm
more?
dead. Righto.
Nice. That was pretty good. It's more efficient, technically, to build these all one at a time, trying to have the wins one by one, but I'm not too worried about it, and I'm just doing what's easy. I'm going to save here for a second and just take a break from this long game. Okay, I am back after that break. Let's see, I was about to upgrade these things as soon as I had the money for them. These guys, I think, are not going to be too big a deal for me. So let's get people grouped up here where they're ready to teleport out and use their abilities in the future. This wave should be okay. Little tiny super fast lasers that spawn out. Yeah, waves that spawn things are pretty interesting too. Just, as I said, many kinds of interesting waves in this game. If you're playing as a strategy that's less efficient than this one, those special abilities will have killed you probably by this point. But luckily for me, I know what I'm doing. Okay. So the ravenous pigs are worth a lot of money.
For my ancestors.
Very hungry rats are too, but they take 2 hits to kill, so they're actually pretty bad overall.
All the time.
I'm gonna pull in everything that I can. I think also very hungry rats are immune to spell damage, so you can't kill them with that. I'll check you down sooner or later. Here you go. Watch out. Ooh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just throw out a shockwave first. Oh, I was slow. Man. This is what happens when you make a recording after having not played a game for years. Forget things. But that just shows how much there is to know about this game. And how much you need to adapt as the waves go on and the minigames get tougher. Another food suck. I mean, I might as well get somebody else, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have any useful abilities compared to what the rest got.
Let's get going.
This one is cool that it maximizes the enemy movement speed, which is actually surprisingly useful sometimes. Yeah, I'll take that. Fine.
No problem.
If you use it on the lead guy, basically the lead guy comes out and gets killed on his own. But the problem is that's initial stun, which counteracts that, so that's kind of a dis-synergy there, really.
Excellent. Absolutely.
It's okay
No problem.
against waves that are slow to begin with. There's a big speed difference between like what they have and what the maximum speed is. But it doesn't make any difference here. It's like sporadic asps. Yeah. Cleopatra famously said to have killed herself with the bite of an asp after
Let's run.
having first tested it on a whole bunch of her slaves, having them kill a different method to see what would be the preferred way for herself. If you believe such legends.
Just
It's also important to remember, especially when like talking about women in ancient times, that like sources are often very hostile to them and make up stories about them or believe every absurd rumor.
As fast as I can.
So,
Let's
take
run.
those things with a
Make
grain
for
of
the
salt.
trees. Just do it. As fast as I can.
We do
Let's
know that she
run.
was
I'll
like
get there on time.
willing
As
to
fast
kill
as
her
I
own
can.
family and whatnot for
Let's
the
run.
throne, so I
I'll
don't
get
think
there on
very
time.
highly of her
Make
moral
for the
character.
trees.
But
Just do it. Just do it. Make for the
I bet that
trees.
shockwave attack
As
at least does you a lot
fast
more
as I
damage, so
can.
you better watch
I'll
out.
get there on time. Let's run. Make for the trees.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'll
close.
get there on time.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's run.
totally flubbed
As
that one.
fast
Thought I
as
hit
I
them.
can.
Oh well, I lasted a decently long time. Missed out a little bit of gold, but it's okay. This is what I get for talking about Cleopatra in the middle of that, instead of actually focusing on the game.
Job's done. Job's done.
I await your command. Absolutely.
A little slow there. You'll see that after that stun, he will go faster than them, but not that much faster, so, you can kill like one guy that way. But as later waves get faster and faster, the difference is smaller and smaller, so it kind of stops working very well. it can be kind of good on bosses theoretically, but then the problem is just that they're in the middle to begin with, and so they end up, not reaching things ahead of their allies. So it doesn't really work as well as you expect on them. This back one's already been attacking yet, so it wouldn't be terribly efficient anymore. I mean, eventually we'll get tougher waves that will be getting to the back, so we'll need them at that point. Elite Hack Swords. The dragon gives powerful coins, but also makes a lot of revenges spawn, so don't get overwhelmed. I really don't get what they're going for with some of these dragons. It is, I think, worth pursuing Elite Hack Swords. I even have to go pretty far. You can kind of store some free movement if you remember to move between shots. I'm getting a little bit sloppy about that, but it is useful. Since you have a long cooldown, they can move and be damaged. Grab it. Okay.
Upgrade complete.
This is a fun one. Just passive burn damage all the time from now on.
I'm listening. No problem.
I'll just accompany that lead guy, I guess. You can see it's pretty hefty, at least at this level we got it. Obviously levels of this tend to power down a bit over the course of the game as you level them up only one more time, but it's pretty darn good. I'm thinking about building another line up front. Which is if I want to sacrifice the corruptions. I have thrown away a lot of golden towers, but I'm doing so well in bonuses that that's okay. Because we'll want more space in the back for more healing towers eventually. I'll think about it. You can see I have a lot of money, so I need to spend it on something. And if I'm killing all the enemies before we get into the maze, then building more guys in the back doesn't make any sense. I do eventually need to have like a massive complement of healing towers to deal with the final waves that attack really hard. So I will probably want to have a lot of backspace devoted to purity wards and protection wards and whatnot anyway. Not purity wards, but protection wards and roseate wards. We'll get the good coins soon. There we go. $253, not bad, not bad. Alright, maybe I will build that next row up front. So, sacrifice that corruption. Sacrifice that corruption. Maybe I shouldn't have built them, I just was anticipating building another backline instead. Why aren't you... Oh, showing back there. Not too worried about the boss. I guess I'll get some of the wolves, whatever.
Job's done.
I wonder if the tower built over here is still in protection range. Just in case, I will probably rebuild my corruption over there. Didn't actually tell me. I guess they did. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I lost a bit of gold, but it's okay. This is a very fun minigame. So we get these sheep into the pen over there. Now, here's the trick. When you hit them, they move away from you. The really cool thing is they move a certain distance away from you around objects, too. So you get a lot of distance out of them if you, instead of swatting them just in the back like this, swat them toward a fence and hit them across the fence. That is my #1 trick for beating this mission efficiently. The black sheep are worth it, you can see more lives. No, that one got backtracked around somehow. This reminds me, I need to enter the secret code now to, get in there, you. I need to enter the secret code so I can unlock the secret mission.
Very wise. Light
At
curse
the end of
you.
the this one more bonus
Very
wave.
wise. For the light.
Even when the wolf looks up, he doesn't actually attack you yet.
Curse you.
Oddly
For
enough,
the light.
he might attack a random sheep and he'll go over there, and then he'll do a howl attack you and kills everything. I don't know why they set it up that way. Kind of a weird game.
Very wise. For the silver hand.
Alright, let me see if I remember the code. Reaver, Yoff, Nah, Mill Fast.
Upgrade can
There we go. Alright, that unlocked the bonus wave. You unlock that code one minigame at a time on normal and hard mode, just doing the
Job's done. Job's
right things in the right minigames. Pretty cool little thing.
Job's done.
This game is just amazing. Just how much content it has, and how many secrets there are, and fun stuff. This is where things often start getting tough for people who don't have good healing. If you don't have overwhelmingly strong towers like this, you will get burned badly with some of these waves. And if you don't have, Roseate wards and Purity wards to heal you up, you start getting chipped down pretty fast. Like, even as it is, you can see him taking some hefty damage up front there with that leading Teenage Rock. So, I will throw out a heal as soon as the wave ends. Throw out a heal at that one. Now we're almost losing. Let's trap him in the corner there. If you trap him in the corner and he can't run away, that's the most efficient way to kill this guy. Otherwise, he's not really worth going after. Corners are good in general, of course, because that's where the fish get stuck. As I might have mentioned, if you're playing in multiplayer, first of all, there's always somebody who actually uses civilian suicides himself in the first second, then is mad that he didn't read his ability before casting it mindlessly, so don't be that guy. But if you're in multiplayer, as I might have mentioned, if you hang out on the bubbles, you can catch the fish as they spawn, because those are their spawn points, but they seem to self-spawn after a while if you don't kill any, and so it's best to not do that if you're in single player, I would say. Too much fish. No, I didn't use it. Okay, I'm gonna use that to just kill a bunch of fish again. That's what it's for.
Upgrade complete.
I await your command. Absolutely.
Ah, it's an attacking wave. Fun. I have more food stocks, but who even cares in this one? This guy is trash as far as support goes. Reducing their armor and attack power, that's fine, I guess, but it's nowhere near as good as the Scarlet Knight or anything like that.
How may I serve?
Take much different with him over here to cast the important spells. You can see why it would be a dangerous thing to have an AoE drain wave followed by these with an attack almost immediately. If you're not healed up fully, you get in big trouble here. That's what I'm talking about. One wave will seldom kill you, but you gotta be ready for multiple ones in quick succession. Especially as the game goes on. There are more and more burn waves, more and more powerful burn waves, more and more attack waves. So you gotta watch out. This is fun.
Well done. Immediately. Well done. For the times. For the times. Immediately. Well done. For the times.
Change your plans there. Be careful changing your plans, of course. You can get caught by the double back trap, but... Oh, I want to get over there for sure. I'm going to go invincible just to make sure I get all those things. I didn't need my heal. Well done, I would say. Yeah, good amount of gold. Hard to fault that performance. Got another Teenage Rock. I think I can get one more tower there, but I better be careful about it. Don't want to block it.
Job's done.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I won't bother with Mind Scrambler in this one. They forgot to take out the ground shaking quiet sound. Like you might really hear that right now. It's big trees you're walking. Terrifying kill zone over there. This is now a good deal easier than it was before. Now I've got this Hunter's Fury thing. I want to get at least 3 in a cluster, I would say. Probably attack all out with Hunter's Fury last, and then just be ready to grab them afterward. It's probably enough. Last me will push the rest of the mission.
I do it. I'd love to.
Minigame, that is not the mission.
I do it. Dewaniwanga. I'd love
Run out on that front. So let's get another one.
Dewaniwanga.
Grab some more.
I'd love to.
Just grab one. It's okay. Pretty good, I think. Could have been a little bit better, but pretty darn good. Okay. Now, if I build one here...
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, it should leave a space. Okay. I will do it then.
Job's done.
Or that was where we were going to put a corruption, wasn't it?
I am ready.
Yeah, too late.
Upgrade complete.
I could put a
How may
corruption
I
like
serve?
over here just to tank for it. Might
I will do my best.
It'll probably die eventually. It's a bit out off the beaten path over there. Yeah, it's even out of one of the armor artists. This wave is rough on Scarlet Knights usually. I can do it, but it's tough. You got to be really well prepared to survive this one, though. And it only gets harder from here for them. Alright, we don't have any more minigames left. They end at wave 35, and then it gets serious. Alright, now we have both these abilities. I think it's best to just go with Enhanced Attack, and then do Enhanced Mechanics. And the two of them stack very well together.
Looks like they're preparing for battle.
And the last second should be able to get out some fire bolts
It looks like they're preparing.
and boulders like that. Yeah, that was a sweet one. Launch a cinder volley over there. Oh, need another one. Oh well. Pretty good. Life App's gonna be great. Okay, I think at this point I need to decide whether I want more healers or more damagers. I think that more healers is the right choice, actually. So, we can go ahead and plonk down a whole bunch back here. Ah, nighttime. It's ominous.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's
This
done.
is a tough boss for sure.
Job's done.
This is another place where if you are not super strong, you just get overrun. I am super strong, I'm going to be okay, but I rarely see people who, even if they're good at this game, make it past this wave, if they get even this far.
I am ready.
You can see, even for me, the bosses get deep into the maze. I grab that one there. All those upgraded. Ah, this is a fun one. Especially with teams. It's not as fun with one person, but it's kind of a fun race thing. There's items along the track. Kodos will show up later on that you can go for. I think it's worth going for that speedrun, but if you have multiple people, you might not want to do it because you might have somebody else get it, and one person can get it efficiently, and that slows you down.
You got it. I'll shake that right up. Don't
Clarity
rush.
Potion I want to use as fast as possible,
I'll get that
so I can then have my Frost attack. You can use it on the other races, or I can use it on the
right
Kodos that show up.
You got it.
That's what I'm using for, of course.
Don't
Really,
rush.
it's not difficult to win in single player. You might die, but if you die, nothing bad happens to respawn anyway.
I'll shake
It's kind of
that
a
right
fun time last minigame
Don't
rather than
rush
being a really
me.
challenging
up. You
one.
got it. I'll get that mixed up. I'll shake that right up.
Hold up.
But it can slow you down, of course. You can flip the whole other lap.
I'll shake that right up. Don't rush. I'll get
Block
that
there.
mixed up. You got
And keep
it. I'll
moving.
get that mixed up.
Alright, let's hunt that one down before he gets away if we
I'll
can.
shake that right up. You got it. Don't rush.
Bit of run.
I'll get that mixed up.
Might be able to get a third Kodo later on, we'll
Wanna
see.
blow something up? I'll
Usually they run off the
shake
track.
that right up.
Could have maybe gotten another one instead of doing the heal.
Don't
Probably would
rush
have been a
me.
little better.
I'll get that
You
mixed
can see new hazards pop up as we go along. Now there's this volcano guy here with his ultimate. Oh, I ran into him. Got
I'll
stunned.
shake that right up.
Oh well.
You got it. You got it. I'll
That's
get
okay.
that
One more
mixed
lap to win. It doesn't really matter in single player how fast you go as long as you get first place no matter what. Honestly, it's not even a big difference in two player. Like, second place is still 90 gold, which is pretty darn good. It's worth slowing down to get some Kodos if that's what it takes. So, I missed out on like 5 gold there, but the most you can possibly get is 3 Kodos. So, it's okay.
Upgrade complete. How may I serve? Or loader on. Job's done.
This is another rough way. He's gonna spawn a guy that then does major damage to every time.
Let's get going.
I should use more of this when I get to the boss waves and whatnot. The really tough ones at the end of the game. Scent of Prey is a really useful ability. And I can stack it up with Warcraft. Might as well use this ability more. Oh wait, it only works on, only my Worthless Tower. That's why it's not very good. I forgot about that part. Okay. Let's get some heals done as they scores away at us. Got plenty of heals, so we're good. As I said, no more minigames. It is now an altogether serious game. I can fit another line of heroes if they stop mazing, basically. And that might actually be worth it.
Job's done.
Ah, level 2 Growth Star. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, here's teleporting enemies. If you're trying to wall around here, it sucks to be you. And likewise there, if you wall around here, you actually wall away, have to walk backward away from you, but now, nope, you're out of luck. Not bad. I don't want to upgrade that one. I want to upgrade all of these ones.
Upgrade complete.
Let's make these guys into a control group of nothing but healers. You guys, we can start the next group of healers. Ah, attacking wave. Okay. That's fine. Oh, look, we're on health screen.
I am ready. I am honored. For Lordaeron.
Throw that thing out. And I'll start throwing out heals. I got plenty of heals. I just kind of watch the lead health bar, and as long as that's okay, we're good. Nice. You can see with no minigames to give you time to regenerate, time becomes much more important here. So this is where abilities that you slow damage down become more valuable to get you time to recover your mana and things like that on towers. Or your cooldown times for important abilities. Like Scarlet Knight's a time warp ability that's incredible. We're going to go back to the start.
Complete.
You want to recover that as often as you can. Ah, mechanical. Yes, please. Oh, it didn't teleport. Yes, please. And let's have
I
you.
await your command.
Maybe, well, you know, got up something for. You've got a slow.
It shall be done.
You've got a stun.
Threatens these lands.
Now you are slow. Just want to get the most that I can out of that
It
ability.
shall be done.
Close call, as you can see. Yeah, that wave is rough. And I'm in the anti-air race, I might add. Most people just leak at that point.
What is your wish? I am honored. I will do my best. For Lordaeron.
As I'm no longer made, I'm just trying to crowd in more towers.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
I'm getting inefficient here.
I'm listening. Excellent.
Upgrade
Gotta use all my
complete.
abilities and whatnot. This boss. You know what? Let's have you teleport over here. Let's throw out Scent of Prey on you. And so you teleport over here. Not you. You teleport over here. And we better do some heals because we're getting damaged badly. Ooh, this might be a situation with the attack. It might be getting quite blocked over there. Now we got it. We got this. Okay.
ready. I am honored. For Lordaeron. Complete.
Gotta get even more heal towers. But really, you cannot have too many for the final
How
waves.
may I serve?
They will devastate you.
Job's done.
We're getting a lot of money soon, which we'll need to rebuild after the devastation of the final waves.
What is your wish?
Because after the final wave comes the secret wave, and if you lost our towers to the final wave, which attacks brutally, you pretty much lose that one. So they have one life, even the secret wave will kill you. This is where getting percent damage starts getting really serious with things like this. I keep forgetting who's hockey what.
What is your wish? For Lordaeron.
Soon we lose all of our extra lives if we care for the core up until this point.
I'll do my best. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. How may I serve?
I guess I should be using Mind Scrap. Yeah, this would be a
I'm listening.
time when that'd be useful.
Excellent. No
This is pretty
problem.
slow. I might push them.
Absolutely. No problem. Absolutely. Excellent.
Who really knows what a Gorishi warrior is? Not me. Look how tough that is. All of them coming here at once, if you're like anybody race but like this Royal Arcane, like you are in big trouble usually. And the damage they deal is hefty too. And some of them near your tower, so it gets shoot up even more, is a hazardous feeling proposition. You don't even do life up there. Just drain them. The amount of damage that adds is substantial. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we are out of extra lives. All we have is a lot of money. This one's going to be tough. This is where Scarlet Knight just loses, because this enemy is immune to almost everything but magic. We have no spell damage type towers, so...
What is your wish? I'll do my best. I am ready.
Let us get
For Lordaeron.
another one,
How may I serve?
and then just pack in as many as possible here.
I'll do my best. For Lordaeron. I'll do my best. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
That's a pretty good number of healers. But these guys, they are serious about their drain. But luckily, they are weak to the kind of spell damage that I can dish out, so my race just tears these guys in half, whereas Scarlet Knight just lose at this point. One of them will leak through no matter what you do. At least with any strategy I've tried. The Scarlet Knight's best mid-game power that can get to this point that it leaks just fails hard at this point. Alright. We're getting there. I'm going to say this in case I mess up something at the last minute. I wouldn't want to restart the entire thing.
Let's get going.
This is not usually as bad
Absolutely.
as 43.
Excellent.
But dodging physical attacks, again, is pretty rough for anybody who isn't this race and does all
I'm
this great
listening.
spell damage. And look at me just tear through them. But, like, when they ignore physical damage, every other race is a
Await
really
your
rough
command.
time. Arcane can do this too. Arcane has tons and tons of spell damage, as you might expect from their name, obviously. But, you haven't seen anything yet. We're getting to the really hard stuff after this. The final boss attacks all out and does tons and tons and tons and tons of damage. And he has lots of abilities and dangerous things about him too. But I don't have my life out back yet. That was a mistake that I made. I'll probably have it by the time he arrives, or at least not that long thereafter, but yeah, I gotta watch out.
Let's get going. No problem.
So as soon as somebody comes through, I want to mind scramble and see if we can fight them on their own.
It looks
Yep.
like
There's, as you can see, more than one of them.
is amiss. Ashtherodalado. It shall be done. Anudora.
Gotta get over here. We need lots of firepower.
What is your wish?
It's like it is not possible to
Let's get moving.
do this without any casualties at all, as far as I'm aware.
Your command.
Ah, yeah, there they go, going invincible. I'm going invincible on you. Where's my abilities? I've got that one. I wanted to do that one. And for her, I want to do that. And try to focus fire everybody on one of them or something. I mean, I'm making progress, you can see, but, like, it's slow progress, and I'm getting torn apart here. They're killing the healers, they're killing the back row. I've got a lot of healers, that's why I've gotten this far, but, like... close calls. Jeez, look at the damage out there. Just incredible. I gotta rebuild fast because, of course, as I mentioned, you know, now comes the secret wave. Luckily, I saved up all that money, so I can replace my losses, but, like, oof. Oh, I can't replace them all. I lost some of my tech tree things. What do I need? I need, like, a Bat Raider, so I'm gonna upgrade you fast. Jeez, it's gonna be close. That requires a Bat Raider 2. Father Dragon is required. Let's get it built. Let's get it built. You're a Father Dragon. You are a Reaper Spawn. You are a... oh, just get it done. Get something done. Siamese Dragon. Poison Shrine. And I please have it? I can have it. Okay. Alright, it's gonna be tough, but given that we got this far, it should now be possible. If you've lost a lot of towers at this point, this is when you lose. Oh, one of them got backed around. That's nice for me. The armor reduction thing doesn't really help as much as you would think, because, of course, I don't, you know, do physical damage. Gonna be close, which I don't like. I'd rather have, like, a shutout win, obviously. After all this trial and effort and difficulty. There we go, I think I've got them now. If I just spam everything on him, it's gonna be close, but we'll get him. Final Scarlet Stomp, hold them in place. And I did it. No leaks. All 4 to 6 waves counted the secret wave. That is about as good as it gets. Screenshotting your scores, huh? I think I had a few screenshot scores where I did really, really well. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed that. It was a whole lot of fun to do this. I really enjoy this game quite a lot. And I look forward to doing hard mode in the future, too. Thank you for watching, everyone. A special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Illusory Thunder, Master Knight DH, Jackie, Advanced Warrior, Gregory, William Wakeman, Kenny Boggs, Danny Hall, Jeffrey Morse, Supreme Crimson Leader, and Enlino. Have a great day, everyone!